Hello, hello, mic testing. Honey, I'm home.
Hello YouTube world! I didn't say YouTube, I said YouTube this time, and welcome back to our part 2 of coming out video, and this time we're going to be covering Atulan's video and his story.
Regretting this already.
I'm going to be questioning him and have all the questions ready. So before we start this, how do you feel about this video?
I mean, I'm okay talking about it now since it's out to my family. But yeah, I don't know if they see this, how they'll react. But today is not about hurting anyone or bringing anyone down. It's just about my story over the years and my experience.
Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay, I have a few questions, hopefully lesser than Atulan. He questioned me for like half an hour last time, so it's not going to be that long.
Well, his questions might be less, but his chitter is like chitter.
I am gonna be trying not to interfere. So every time I interfere,
Here's hoping.
Every time I interfere, you also comment now.
Okay.
So in case you haven't watched our part 1,
You guys should definitely make a drinking game out of this. Every time the flag falls, you take a shot. By the end of this video, you will fall short.
question number 1, I'm gonna keep looking down because unlike Atulan, I'm not a natural speaker. So as a child, did you know you were different?
Yes, I did. I used to be attracted to female toys. Like my mom's clothes, my mom's shoes were more interesting to me than male stuff, I guess. I used to have a lot of young friends who were girls, and I used to play with them
Were you ever like called out different for being like that?
all the time. Like, not at home. At home, people would just say things like, I was a young kid, so they would say things like, don't act like a girl and stuff like that. But at that point, I was obviously a kid. I did not understand what acting like a girl or acting like a boy really meant at that point. But things were a little difficult when I went to school, and when it started happening there is when it struck me. Okay, they're saying don't be like a girl, or they're teasing me for being a certain way.
When was that time period where you actually got to know that you're somebody who's gay?
So it's interesting. So it bothered me that they teased me that way for being myself.
Should I put some more?
For the longest time, I really did not care or did not understand why they were teasing me for being myself, until much later when I myself realized that I was attracted to boys. Like, boys were more interesting in a different way. Again, could not explain what that different way was. When I started feeling that way, and my girlfriends then, who would talk about boys and I would be interested in that is when it clicked in my head, like, you know what, maybe that's why they're teasing me. Maybe that's how I'm different. So yeah.
When you were actually like in that exploration phase, like when you actually didn't know but you were there, and when people used to call you out names, I'm sure they've called you out gay or these other names that are used in a very bad way.
No, not really. Like, not in school. Anyone never ever used the word gay. I did not know that was a word. I found out through my own research. During my 10th standard, I started searching, okay, female acting boys or stuff like that, because everyone used to say I act like a
What did you
girl.
Google again?
Female acting boys. Like,
Female acting boy.
that's wrong grammar, but
That's exactly what people were calling.
that is when stuff came up, and I was like, okay then, life is gonna be difficult.
So how was your college experience?
College was the best time, like, and that is where I met my bestest friend, like, who is like my, oh god, this flag keeps coming off, you guys. As I was saying, that is where I met my bestest friend, my ride or die friend, Vidhi. We are both Libras. We have the birthday on the same day, and it's like it was meant to happen kind of situation. And you better put all of this here. I love her. And so yeah, we hung out for a year. We became best friends, and after a year, I was like, you know what? I have the courage. I have to tell her. Vidhi, what? What? I did not know. She was shocked, but then obviously she accepted me, and things Oh, cool.
But there might be some people who you expected that will support you but didn't. Was there some person like that, or did you not have expectations from anybody?
Okay. As a person, I'm like that. Like, I don't expect anything out of anyone. I never actually came out and said that, you know what, I have to tell you something. I'm gay. In school, I never said that to anyone.
Ever after school?
After school, people guessed.
So,
Wait, flat check.
Yeah. I'm not getting to the parents part yet. Yes, I'm not getting there yet. I'm giving you some time to warm yourself up. During this time, I'm sure there were a lot of negative situations that came up, right? What was one such situation that has stayed with you till date, which you wish never happened?
One, obviously bullying in school. Like, if you're gay, that is a given. There was a situation actually once in school where some guy from my batch, he just picked me up in the middle of the yard, took me into a classroom where there were his gang were hanging out. I was sitting in the chair and they were surrounding me. They were like banging the chairs and trying to intimidate me. So that was one hell of a scary experience in school.
They were trying to scare you.
They were trying to scare me. They were trying to basically show me that I'm not like them and this is not something I would join into and like be okay with. And since I was a very good kid, straight A's, 96%.
Given when you're a Bengali family.
Given all of that, some sense of jealousy does come around in school, I feel.
If you had to tell those people something right now, what would it be?
Look at me now. I don't know where you are. I don't care where you are. I'm glad that I am here where I am.
And you're where you are.
I hope though you are in a better place. And your
Mentally.
head is in a better place. And you don't do what you did to me, to anyone else in the world.
Getting to the part where you said that this YouTube channel was the way that your parents got to know. Can you describe to us how it happened and what went through, what went down, what went up, what went silent?
They did not know and I had planned not to tell them. So my decision was to get independent and have my own life so that I am on my own 2 feet, living my own life. And then I let them know because I've heard a lot of horrifying stories from my friends where, you know, parents disown them and that really scared me. So I was like, okay, for the longest time until I can... For the longest time that I have the opportunity to not tell them, I will not tell them. So that was my plan, but we started Honey I'm Home and that was like my first initiative of like, okay, it's online, they might find this out, maybe this would be a better way for them to know instead of me going and telling them. But a lot of my friends advised against it. They were like, they might be hurt even more if they find out that way.
Friends and relatives.
But honestly, to be very, very honest, I felt like I was not ready. Even though my friends kept saying, you will never be ready, this is the right time, now you're earning.
Friends and the ways.
Can you stop interrupting me? Yet I did not have the courage. I did not think I was ready or this is the right time. So I did not do it for the longest time. But they found out this YouTube channel. The next day she sent me the link of the video, how we met, that we made like a couple of months ago. And she asked me, what is this? And that is when it was like clear that they know about it. Since I live here away from them, I did not face that anger of them, and my brother had to take most of it.
Maybe more than anger, the shock of it.
The shock, the shame, the anger, it comes in a package.
So now, where are they? Where are they standing right now?
When this happened, my brother was there in Delhi to talk to them, and he was the first one to call me, and he was like, listen, this happened, they know now. And he tried to talk to them, and all the anger they had, it all came out on him. He was the first person they could talk to, and I really feel kind of guilty in some ways. The things that they must have said in shock was supposed to be directed at me, but he had to take it and he had to listen to all of that. But he did his best. He fought with them. I have the sweetest brother. He fought with them. He tried to make them understand. Now I would say we do talk most of the times. Like my mom just video called me like a few hours ago, which I did not pick up by the way. Which he did not not pick up by the way? Yeah, because I was eating. I don't like to be disturbed when I'm eating. They don't like to bring up the topic. And to be very honest, I don't mind because they need some time to educate themselves. They need some time to be okay with it. It's actually not something that they have grown up seeing or grown up talking. So I am completely on their side. At least they are not rude about it. But they don't understand why would a person be gay. Like, is it a choice? Is it biological? They don't know about it.
And if any parent does go through a phase, I'm sure like first few times is like that where they don't understand, right? What should they do?
Talk to people, like just how we have to trust other people and find our gang and talk and trust and come out. Same way, parents can literally, they can also find their friends and talk and like try to understand what is going on around it. I think that might help. Or just talk to your kid. Ask questions. You've already missed out on like
A huge part.
24 years of my life. So now that you know, why not talk and get to know more.
So if they're watching this video right now,
I hope they are not.
what would you tell them?
I'd say I completely understand where you are coming from, and I completely understand that you don't understand it yet. But since they have decided that they want to be okay with this, I would just appreciate if they take the steps. And like, I really love the fact that my mother is calling me nowadays. Like, it's amazing to talk to her again like we used to. So it would be amazing if slowly we can open up the conversation and take it a few notches higher, where we can actually talk about this fact and she gets to know that in my life where I am right now, everything is happy. Like, I am happy, I'm working hard, I'm earning, I have friends who love me. So
In the short run, what are the first few steps that you would like are taken from your family side?
if they don't understand it and if they want to keep a relationship where they don't want to talk about it but they are okay with it, this is what it is, and I am not going to change because it's not in my power to change. So if they are okay with that, great. If they want to know more, great. I literally am like not expecting anything. I just hope they stay in touch.
I hope this flag stays in touch with the freaking wall. Okay, so last question, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Like pakka last question, and that is that if you look back at the young Atulan who is, going through this stuff and who is exploring and who didn't know shit about who he is and who he's gonna be, what would you tell that Atulan?
I feel like I'm in RuPaul's Drag
Like
Race.
imagine Atulan young is right there, and what would you tell him?
This is a question RuPaul would ask, by the way, to the finalists. So I feel like I'm on RuPaul's Drag Race. It's my favorite show, by the way. I would say things might seem very difficult right now. You might not understand everything that is happening or will happen to you. Just trust in yourself. Know that the universe is there with you. Know that the people that you need in your life will come to you and will guide you to where you have to be. So it might be hard to smile and laugh and stay positive in difficult situations, but that's exactly what you should be doing, because time heals everything and life is not that bad.
And that's our message to you. Thank you so much, Atulan, for sharing things that you might not be comfortable with, but it might help someone. So thank you.
Welcome. I hope that things with my family get better soon. Like, I'm really hoping that might not go back to normal, but we have to define a new normal now. So maybe we can come to that sooner.
We're going to be putting our email ID below. Anytime you want to reach out to us, we're going to be speaking to you. We're going to remove time to speak to you, even if it gets delayed, but we will.
So till next time,
Toodle.
टाटा
बाय बाय
Auf Wiedersehen.
फिर मिलेंगे चलते चलते.
Did you think of that before and come?
No.
Alright, you guys. Bye. We did not do an intro. We didn't jump in.
We should jump out the frame. 1, 2, 3. Whee!